shot man, a man's about the black lion. Namanwa, Shasha, and Zap on the mix 6. You know this one is strictly for the squatches. My classic one. Oh, you true? Guys, I don't know who die. That's who die. The boy go, never. Guys, I don't know who die. That's who die. The boy go, never. Me a she, me a papa. Sick of busy, much and a wassa. This copia, my say, what that. This is from a boom pop. Woman, manum sa, mabu, but the dark book, my two. My little bones, all the poop. The salmonum, you purukutu. My fine den jeku. When you miss if you a some casisha kutupum. What the mapana mumu one joy. If you have prepare a mukotra, coffee a boo to do. One a boo to do. So what foot up to cut off. Shema Nazo on Puano. Damage on the Femiara. I could come but down Bosano. Mama Piocota, no one in ginger, let me pika, Mendada, Mijna Tintin, Mr. Nyan, the bar watching data. Mr. Mystical raw draw, nobody go fit the put a pause. As you shama, more blue kiosk, of course, Maria McCoy. Now my baby call me some boss. Hey, watching a missing me gun with me, Hit my dough, push it, chains so good, cream, we same. Dance on the crew, die, that's your die, the no house man. Brand new one from Squadges. Jan Sanum no crew would night. And my Dachin or no Bokum you panaba. Chairman Emeritus, why wouldn't you go? No, I am the Cortrudo. Adom 106.3 FM. It's 28 minutes more, and it'll be 10 in the morning. Adom Mpensenpensenmu Ebrel. Once again, happy birthday to you, Fafa Tigo. Oh yeah, my programs manager, Neba. Fafa Tigo, happy birthday to you. Daddy loves you. Awake water adaroma and your Mpensenpensenmu near the bro Shannon so Indomie beef flavor no ekoyi pa. Makan wo de kopebiana paya. Wow, but to say yes, difference Indomie beef flavor. The newest addition to the great tasting Indomie you know and love. Indomie tastes great. Well, I bet for to say, and in some, you know, quickly, by way of introduction, the Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, is in town visiting Ghana. Especially, there's this tweeter. We'll be looking into the tweet. Chairman Emeritus Adekoka is here. Minchia Honorable Daniel Kwate Titus Glover. He should have been here, you know, our regular Monday panel. Honorable, I engaged Kakra. Enti Osemen Kanche Chairman Emeritus say see CJ catch me bra penny say ene obe me see me kakra. Enti Osei Hweye Kwame Bempa is also a member of the National Communications Team of the NPP. And wejinemu ediama Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. Enti mama bejafo akwaba bejafo mama kwaba bio. Bibi aboko de.
Nyamini
yeah, the Nyamianse. Chairman Emeritus. Oshe bia.
Nyamina Adom.
The Nyamianse. More boja in Sanum Neku would and an airboat to
very important. Very important. As you say, you son. From Macro upborn, what to Vebo Sunday,
there's a very good advice. No crew now.
Or life, something for us to think about life.
Yeah,
very important. The seed that you sow will either germinate. The seed will either be on a rock or on a good sand, and on a good sand it will generate into something that is worthwhile. But Adom Nsem, we see a grower, and then it will come to haunt you.
As young people, youth, it's a good advice.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. Because the youth of today, you know, they want everything quick. They are not prepared to sacrifice the long-term effect. And that is where we are today. I think we can go into the discussion. And I'm a boy. Michia Jerine, this is the first time.
Yes, sir.
You share our studio. More regular. I'm the was it in Canada country?
I also think that are you ready to resume work?
I know,
the other time.
I know in convert. Only the parliamentary approval. This week, last weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, many President Mahama, the Kroto of the Western region.
Oh, okay.
And
how do you manage that? Because you are here on Mondays. That's right. But you are almost every time with him.
Exactly.
Moving around.
Manum Nsepi into and it's very fascinating.
Yeah.
I've been to Volta region. I've been to Ahafu, the three Ahafus, Bono region, Bono East, and Ahafu. And honestly, it opens your
okay.
The politics are here, you know. It seems that politics is only in Accra. But when you go outside and you see how people are living, look, at this stage in our life, people are still living in mud houses. And the roads that goes to their places, after a main road now, the artillery roads, Odukono, is so bad. You be there, part of Ghana. All the resources. You go to Western, for instance, our gold, our cocoa, our oil, you name it, manganese, everything, rubber. But when you see the roads to those places you ask yourself, what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? And then you have people who have been elected to serve. You see, our politics is representative politics. Because out of the 34 million, not all of us they went to parliament. In the wisdom of the framers of the constitution, a certain number of people must go to the parliament
to represent
us, not themselves.
Yes.
To represent us, not themselves. I think people have forgotten the concept. This politicality, people have got the concept. But not the asama the people want you to do. Why are we here today? Because our economy so far has gone down there. Pensioners have suffered haircuts. Bondholders have suffered haircuts. The finance minister is now roaming around the world for our debt to be whatever suspended or that kind of all over the place. And then home, the government of the day, is not behaving as somebody in crisis. We have said that the expenditure part of governance is too high. What do we have to do about it? Or there you cut. And one of the suggestions are what about the one cut in Ochede? Government machinery is too bloated. The last time, actually, when I was Flagstaff as I was Juma, diaspora representative, you name it, a whole man of job for the boys. The governance, ministerial appointments, ministers, yes, a nation of 30 million people. Oh, how come you're having so much huge ministers? And these ministers, they come up with a lot of expenditure. V8, I'm on V8, but them another a private car, or internal, or their man watchman, electricity, or their tree, all manner of things. And we are saying that the people of this country are saying that, look, let us cut down CK man. Or yeah, Nyumbi, also cut your coat according to your size.
Cut your coat. Cut your coat according to your size. Yeah.
So these people, these songs, these people have got wisdom. So they sang this thing long ago, but because of life experiences,
it is making sense.
It is making sense
today. Yeah.
So I'm so passionate about this country that I don't like the way we feel that we can spend ourselves to death. Until here we are, the party took a position that this time round, we want to send message to the presidency that there are a lot of ministries that we can put them together. Look at the side, look at other countries, look at US, a whole mighty US. Go and look at their cabinet structure. It's not more than 18. UK, all the people are if you want cabinet structure, huge numbers. Until what I wish the party says that this particular ministry, we want the government to collapse some of them. Look, Minister for Railways, Minister for Aviation, Minister for Transport. This ministry, haven't they got something to do with transportation? Because air transport.
Yes.
Road transport. Aviation. It's not about air transport.
And then
railways. It's not about transport. So what are the Minister of Transport with this under him, all that is directors, policy decision and director, you do have to have a ministry for all this? No. Minister for Sanitation, Minister for Environment, Minister for Local Government. Look at these ministries. Yesterday, when you got the sanitation out there, is worse than before. So we are saying that let us have a lean government that will save us, so that if me or Jerry, you are also contributing to national development, you are conscious of the fact that the government himself is taking steps to ensure that your government lean. That is the crux of the matter.
But Chairman, Ghanaians were them jidden war. NDC minority in Parliament.
I'm coming there. I'm coming there.
I want us to go there.
Yeah, I'm coming there. I'll give you the genesis.
Sure.
Well, you cannot just jump into.
I understand.
Without the genesis.
I understand.
I mean, that's how Mukra decided. You have to have the germane facts about the titular problem. Now, here we are.
Yes.
The party says that whip all our MPs should vote against the nominations, ministerial appointments. So all of us, including me, everybody, had the belief that we have got men who we have put in position, who will do the parties, because they are not there on their own. If they like, those 31 people, if they like, they should go and contest independently. And let's see how many of them will win. I've been a regional chairman before, so I've worked with most of parliamentary candidates. I know what we go through to get them elected. They don't go there by their whims and caprices. That I say.
Me too.
The party says do this, and then people will come and tell me that they have issues of what do you call it? Because some people have been changed from their position without consultation, and so they are taking revenge or what. Some of them
revolt.
Some of them go and collect money, and when you hear the amount of money that they collected, it's peanuts. The integrity there, they must be ashamed of themselves. Those 31 people.
What did you hear?
Oh, Binuji as much as 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000. What's here some?
5,000 Ghana cedis.
What's here some? What's here some? Those 31 people know. If they know that what they did, they have belief, they should come out and have a press conference and justify. I put to them, they should come and justify what they did. If they are brave and they are not cowards, they should come out and tell us the reason why they did that. as party members. If they are not cowards, I'm daring them.
No, but if an MP can take 5,000 Ghana,
it's a shame. They should come and say I'm lying. Those who took the money, if I'm lying, I'm daring them to come and tell me they didn't take money. And if they took or they didn't, they should tell us the reason why they voted against the party's whip. They should come and tell me. I'm daring them. I'm daring them. We are all suffering. Look, I have no sympathy for them. And some of them I know. I have my intelligence. We know some of them who took it. But we are not prepared to mention that. They should come. We are daring them. 48 hours. They should come and tell us why they did that. And if they are not, we will make sure that in their primaries, they will lose. We know them. You are going to their constituencies.
You know them.
How? We know them. But you have friends. My friend will like Jerry Ochari. I mean, they think they're hosts in Nua. There are hosts everywhere. And if they are listening, we are daring them. We know them. Some of them are very respected people that we knew. And we are going to make sure that they lose their primaries. We are going to do that. They can't take the party for a ride. Look, we are serious. Look, look, I tell you, when I see President Mahama, right, traversing these regions, I ask myself, what has he got to lose? What has he got to lose? Spending his money. And then you sit in the comfort of air conditioning in the parliament and misbehave. Who told you so? Who told you so? You sit in the parliament and misbehave. Who told you so? Ghana belongs to all of us. That it belongs to your parochial interest. If you are beef, think about the entire society. Think about the collective interest of the party. And if you are the one of the 31 members who you should resign your position as MP and don't come and contest on an NDC ticket. Otherwise, Antoine Yamibobo Udia. Hey, what are you talking about?
Chairman Emeritus.
Mr. Antoine Yamibobo Udia.
No, are you Ebudia?
Mumbodia, Mr. Antoine Yami. If you don't resign, if you go and recontest on an NDC ticket, Antoine Yamibobo, because you have been so disloyal, and you can't come, and then when we win power, you go and chase ministerial appointment. What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, but do you expect grassroots to take?
There will be a total revolt against them. What is coming?
Really?
When we start mentioning their name, they will not even be able to live in their constituencies. I'm telling you. What is that for? This country, you don't go to parliament and decide that you are independent. Then go and stand on an independent ticket. Go and stand on an independent ticket.
I am surprised, Chairman Emeritus.
I am annoyed. Don't be surprised. If you look at my writings on our platform, I'm annoyed. Seriously annoyed. I am annoyed. What do you mean? Do you know the risk we take going up and down in convoys? And you know the risk at our lives? They're using an air conditioner and misbehave. And come in, when we hear the stories, you get annoyed. Because why so loyalists. What are they there for on their own? Today, no bar holes. I'm telling you, no bar holes. I couldn't be bothered. President Mahama met them. We met them. And he is disappointed. Have you read this? Have you read this? In
fact, what the General Secretary said when he appeared on PM Express,
yes.
On Evans Mensah. But then I'll come back to you. I have some few questions.
You are cutting my teeth.
Oh, really? But I was.
Don't worry.
Oh no! It's a very interesting conversation, and it has to do with NDC.
I'm saying this NDC. Do fiasa.
Our MPs, I believe, will rise to the occasion. Why? Because I think they understand that this is not just about NDC, it's about the millions of Ghanaians who want this. It's about the fact that this country needs these signals at this moment in time. Because if this government is able to get away with some of these things, they are going to actually do even worse things. Now, if any of them cannot understand that this interest of this country remain paramount, being asked by the party, it simply means that they are not conscious yet of the gravity of the situation, and their constituents will actually take issues with them.
So I think, have you instructed them to stay in the house and vote against it, or they should leave? Because many say this is a secret ballot, remember?
To vote against it.
So they should stay.
Apps to vote against.
But remember, it's secret ballot.
We are going to ensure that they do exactly as the people of Ghana expect of them to do.
When it's a secret ballot.
What the millions of Ghanaians expect of them to do. To understand that this is nothing personal. Because I do understand, I do feel that they appreciate what is going on in this country, the gravity of the situation, and the cause, not just from NDC, but from
Do
the
you
millions.
understand the consequence from the party if they break ranks and possibly someone votes and you may not even know the person? Do you understand? Have you told them what is the consequence?
How do you know we may not know?
Well, MPP hasn't found out the person who voted for Adom Bagbin still. So I guess that's why I'm believing that you may not know.
I tell you that we will put mechanism in place to be able to know.
Chairman Emeritus.
Yes. I'm speaking the same language as he's speaking. I'm speaking the same language.
But say, Sian, the ranks of the caucus were break. Clearly, after Friday.
Those 31 people, they are traitors. They are traitors of our cause. They have betrayed the party to the highest. And this morning, if they are listening or watching the mood of the country, they themselves should be ashamed of themselves. And like Evans asked, they themselves should not contemplate of going to contest on NDC ticket. They shouldn't. Some of them should tell them. They must be ashamed of them. Now that they've woken up after the event and seeing the language.
Or they
were conscious or conscience or that they shouldn't contest in honor and they should go independent. They should. Because we are going to fish them out. And we have got the mechanism of fishing them out. And me, as I sit here, at least I can mention the names of 10 people. Let me tell them. I can. Because I've got, not on radio. But I know at the appropriate time. And we'll go to their constituencies and make sure they are voted out. We'll make sure they are voted out. 13 May. We will make sure they are voted out. They have no conscience. They have no conscience because they have their own parochial interests.
Okay. Chairman, Mesana Bauhobio. Mamenko Osehri Bempa. Overwhelming. Near Sufia Dano our parliament. In fact, prior to that, na in say Jinaya minority for Oma taken at least Omo Beboa. Emma, the size of government, no much say was sododo, by not approving some of the ministerial nominees, Mpensenpensenmu Abu Mudin, Oma Convert any idea, but you coming from the NPP, say NDC for MPs no krabi eto approve some of them.
But that's how democracy should be. Me anka de maminchiano me ninesia, but ebia enye this close.
Okay.
But because of his football administration, his involvement in NDC, long time Greater Accra regional chairman, some of us we've admired him from afar. And he ninesia me michiano me bona basunso say at least the politics in NDC or any senior obia or NDC values and in AED so I give him that. But and I know pe wa mami who adwiri me papa. Wa mami who adwiri me the way and in some or kafa or no ankasa the members of parliament. Today this morning Uncle Ade, as experienced as he is, making an allegation of bribery against 31 members of his own political party. Very serious. Meaning say who say very serious, because in this country corruption is a crime, and it involves the giver and the taker. And if there is evidence, from Uncle Ade to prove who say members of parliament, who can say they say if members of parliament can be alleged so much 5,000 Ghana cedis
to sell their conscience.
It's not about selling their conscience. I disagree with selling their conscience.
Really?
Then what is conscience about?
When a political party has a position,
what position?
Is it
are we here to defend a political party interest or a national interest? Members of political parties, when a political party is formed, it is not formed for the purposes of defending parochial interests. It is formed for the purposes of defending the national interest. So the national interest supersedes that of a political party interest. For example, constituency so a member of parliament or NDC ni na manto aba no say me MPP ni ntia immediately majority members of the constituency ebeto aba na be MP no, he is no more an NDC MP. As far as politics is concerned, we're an NDC member of parliament. But when it comes to the constituency he or she represents, we're a member of parliament for Okaikwe North, Kumewu constituency, Ayawaso West Ogun, whatever constituency. And to me, MPP near, me right to say me sorry anopana me call me NDC member of parliament. Oh, na me me grievances eko to nenimu. Na me trene near me here. I or say or pray so beti me aboa me no aya ama me. On to me kan tell me say we MPP ni ye to aba no wan to ama me. And your interest is not my interest. Sometimes yana nklade any NDC for no omoka say nyina akwa say if not NDC it is not Ghana. If not NDC it is not Ghana. So you are telling me say MPs of this country they cannot use their conscience. Their conscience any say because we are talking about 3 ministerial positions are out of resignation. Honorable Alancha Martin, Honorable Owusu-Efiri Yakuto, and then Honorable Kojokum, who has not been well for some time. At a certain point in time, he has to resign. And the chieftaincy religious Abaye vacant, Agric has become vacant, and then trade and industry has become vacant. So the president goes ahead to nominate. Now, or the one your friend is saying, 2 ministers of state, one at the finance ministry, one at local government, and then 1 deputy minister. 6. This 6 nena honorable ade any friends chamade any NDC for say it is bloating the your friend is saying the size of government. And I say the size of government in their assessment is already bloated. Assessment ben and honorable chamade any NDC for ye and who say entimaye replace a friend is saying an Greek minister. Omu issue no ana. May replace trade and industry minister. May appointed deputy minister of trade. Mentia say, come and tell us some way assessment, because he's talking about realignment of ministries. It can be another discussion altogether. The NDC has been given the opportunity because they say the constituency, the constitution, the constitution of the republic tells us there should be a cabinet made up of the president, the vice, the chief of staff, not more than 19 ministers. And Yemisa Uncle say President Mama Okaso Chinchin Oba or the 19 cabinet ministers he's talking about system.
I remember quite recently German ambassador to Ghana, Daniel Crow, and so Edna Nutum.
And so what? Really? Is what he thinks. Really? It's not about really. Don't fall to the NDC's trap.
No. I'm doing my work. I'm doing my work as a journalist.
So I want you to do your work as a journalist, not falling to the NDC trap. Because the NDC no omuye amagana ha say the NDC gains Ghana for you, which is not the case. I don't fault your friend say German ambassador saying to him there should be a reduction in the size of Ghanaian government because he doesn't think say omaya omu no omu to me support economically and other things omu ministers ebeye less na ye de ebeye dodo. That is no problem. It can be a discussion ebeye, but don't forget to say you cannot compare Ghana's your friend is saying in civil service any administrative structures to the German one that has been built over the years. Now he was talking about US. But President Mills and President Mama Bedia, they're not US or Munio. No, we need that number of your friends saying a smaller ministerial appointments and uncommodating me compare to set the standard. President Mill works with 86 ministers. Nany US for the EP. Nany German for the EP. Then the issue. if they are coming to the table with sincerity, say, oh, no, this is what they want to do and this is what they believe. When President Mahama was president of this country, US had a smaller number of ministers. Any ministers are. So, person set a standard any UK. Nanklade was a pivotal member in NDC, Greater Accra Regional Chairman.
At that time, economic situation in
Africa. Tell us economic. On your one of the say are you many referring to the economy. At that time, is that not he told us? See, I read Namni and there was nothing in the coffers of this country. And international concerns said, don't fall to the trap of the NDC. That conversation must be had at any point in time. Say, a country like Ghana, do we need the number of ministers that we have today? What is our position as a nation? Are we going to reduce it? Are we going to go by the constitution and say, Yebenya only 19 cabinet ministers to run affairs of this state? Yenina as a nation, we can think about it, but not the NDC's line. They are not accepting the gravity of the situation. Ghanaians, is it the only person who is a Ghanaian? Sometimes they talk, say, we are talking for Ghanaians, as if we say the other members on the other side, yeah, they are Ghana for. Sabi free Kosumuka and we don't know what is going on. And the 31 members of parliament, they used their conscience and they decided in the interest of the nation. And Uncle Adet here bo mudia say Antoinyama ebekuom. Antoinyama ebekuom because they have voted their conscience. He's telling them so many conscience.
No, but say Ekoba
party position is not a national position.
Say Ekoba
yes.
And Abunya members, MPs,
yes,
voting no against appointees here.
You said the same thing. How did Abambabin become the AFN's Speaker of Parliament?
And we had about two people from the MPP voting for.
Chaos about Ghana. Is he not doing his work as a Speaker of Parliament? And people are commending him for doing that. And no, Obiko crucify MPs. Obiko jina studio baby ka say Antonia ma bekum. Obiko jina baby ka say Oma kwaje bribe. And you see, as for NDC, Antonia ka say you are a very nice gentleman. Don't fall to their trap. Omubeya na quiet senia, anything about them is the best, but anything about the other side is not the best. Nankla de eka about Rose any mad houses. When I can say so be mad house and your papa. Mad house, you only different sizes where you quiet program be a and it was a cultural something sponsored by the European Union. Na School of Communication Studies, we went with my professor Odriga Jepo. Anopa, and I'll catch and say, as students are more storylines, go out there. By the way, Michako Amboating, when you class meeting, I'm in the School of Communication Studies. Whom was a CEO, they recover back. The Kwame or also the Kwame, you know, comes.
Oh, yeah.
And Audrey, my assignment, we went round. Then we saw something, a signboard, community of good living something. To say these are how you capture storylines. You go fire and we followed up. You go there is a community, our diaspora community, our free US, Canada, any idea of my betna Ghana. You know what they are doing? They are promoting the building of mad houses. Omuye no more chat, na bibia yet say bricks. No more the assisted dining, no more no more the touch, the bamboo. Any your friend is saying, side of your friend is saying roofing tiles. No more there now remua.
No, but you and I know, say that is not the
don't go there.
Kind of mad houses.
Uncle Ade, any NDC, almost know here for me papa. Oh me, Nana Cobreji Mensa. Baby, Okoye or can once a Minkola Brim early 70s and late 80s. Me papa Oko fu baby or your fro some raboy. Some raboy nechi, your baby a crab we fro here me too. Okoha, you won't crab it to say, I want Sana Johnson, Mumini Camp, Tolum Pine. Sada when you know you cocoa for two. You to me the car could see some raboy near 90 more than 14 kilometers near their commit papa fum. It is no good. But Uncle Ademo, Nasa Rose, a west. If you are ground quanta, Ecosi Takwa, President Kufua Breso, and obey Sa road 90 kilometers. Eddie Free are ground quanta, Eddie Cosi Takwa. President Mills, and the President Mama Ebe Tuaso, Efri Takwa, Eddie Cosi Bogoso. Free ho, Nako Winnie Valley, Nako Pom Valley, Nako Hesani Menina. Now she say, what conscious effort? And 11 years. PNDC 8 years PNDC omo ye to develop Western region anyhow to say President Mama come around okoye no road nye okoye yenkofo de data kwa medemu enti it means Ghana is not going forward. No, tie what happened in parliament. Say Ghana ha pese kanokra what happened in parliament. Any idea I was say happen in every decent democracy. Yewie no nanka ankla denum any civil society organizations any yen central for me nu I advocate say oman no ahokyira bam oman no enema bi wo ho no mai wo se yehwe ne yesesem enti mene ne ya adwen enti anya bia yentumi nya Ministry of Transport nya separate ministry for railways yana. Is this something we can do? Sani ebeya yebetimi akate cost ana omo ankasa NDC omo ye a certain survey e de abase having transport and having railway no different because a car eba because before you realize na railway kura no adwuma the minister there eba beye no e de mfa so bebre kura eba than say enka e bia de be kwa transport, but doesn't mean say we can't have that conversation. Banye NDC NNA omo ba be mount the moral horse no ma ba be tena so no ma put radio chere Ghana fo nyina say the size of government is big. When President Mama was the president, people in Jubilee House. When President Mama was president, he had 6 ministers of state at the Jubilee House. And then under President Kufuor, he has one minister of state in the person of Honorable Dr. Frida Prempeh. Well, what was the 6 ministers of state doing at the Jubilee House during President Mama's? The same president now is talking about bloated size of government. And we the media, we are falling to the trap of NDC. The Asama AC or Parliament, the NDC members of Parliament, they voted their conscience. They think that the national interest is better than NDC interest. They are defending the interests of Ghana by insisting, there should be Minister of Food and Agriculture, there should be Minister of Trade and Industry. We are not going to fall for the trap.
A few comments on Facebook. Odoi Watema, tell the NDC man in your studio to mention the names of those NDC MPs and stop disturbing the public peace. Eric Kwejo Opoku, I say the way the NDC man spoke, it seems he knows the people who voted personally. Meanwhile, the thing was a secret vote, a secret exercise of voting, and no one is questioning how he managed to know as he claims. And when you say those NDC MPs who voted for the motion must be voted out because they don't give a damn about the sufferings of Ghanaians. Ofori Kweku and so they are there my Facebook to know. For comments to Facebook, ya Benjamin Afiaken kind Ediama.
I've sat down and I've listened to my co-panel and I'm very surprised. Very, very surprised. The roads I'm talking about, we had in Western region, we had oil enclave roads. We gave contract for oil enclave roads. The cocoa areas, we gave contract for cocoa roads. Some of them contractors were on it to improve the lot of the people at Yekamwasemi. I'm also a forensic audit for 6 years. Who report and the roads have just deteriorated. Some of them we could see that they were working on them. And if it doesn't know, you should go and check that in our administration we made effort to improve the lives of and it's talking about in UK, most of their houses are bricks, not mud. We are talking about bricks, and bricks houses are very convenient. We are talking about people living in mud houses this day and age, and we are talking about what? Don't forget that life is dynamic. So if 10 years ago we came to power and we used 85 ministers, and today we are saying life is changing. When I was in school, we used slide rule. When I went to school, baby was not born at that time.
Me.
We use slide rules. No, I said maybe. You might have been born. I said maybe. We are using slide rules. Today, people are using calculus. People are using even their phone to do calculation. Because life is dynamic. It's not static. That's what we are saying. If you live in the past and you don't look into the future, you always be in the past.
The same dynamics.
Please.
No. Kwame.
Please. We have said umpteen times what we'll do.
Oh.
That is why we are saying this time when we come, we use system ministers. I mean, it's a far departure from 85. Yeah, we say 60. So please.
No, Kwame, Choto.
Please.
Choto.
When we are talking like a point.
Chairman, Kasa.
I'm saying that we are dynamic. Yeah, we have professed so many alternatives. I agree with you. And this is not only Ghanaians, and this is but at least in this country we have a voice. And when we speak, we also speak for a certain, if not all, a certain group of Ghanaians. So we are part of Ghana. So our views cannot be said to be not necessary. It's a wrong assumption when you do that. We are also speaking in the national interest of the people of Ghana. Go and make a vox populi outside there yourself this morning and listen to the voice of the people. We are, as a party, we also do research. We just don't come out and just say things that are not necessary. We do research, and I say I'm part of it, so I know what I'm talking about. And life is dynamic. People, you look at other countries, what they are doing, how they are developing, and you look at yours and say, look, what we did so many years ago was wrong. Let us move on. That is why in the morning, when you eat cocoa, in the afternoon, you are not going to drink cocoa again. In the evening, you won't drink cocoa. You change. Why don't you drink cocoa all along the day? That I say. And so what you are saying is that at this moment of time, our economy is now in the abyss. And we are saying that it doesn't matter if you have one minister of state and we have 6, fine. You have done the correct thing by reducing it. So that is fine. So when you do something that is not the better of the country, why do you have to complain? So that's what we are saying.
Okay. If
you have been able to reduce 6 state ministers to 1, now you have got 85. Before you had 120, you brought 85. You are saying this time bring it down. Chairman
Emeritus, that would be all for this very topic. Now, you are Vice President of the U.S. in Ghana. Kwame,
America for the allies. No more about Ghana. Any day.
You think it's not a positive sign for
how many years the Americans are Ghana? President Nixon Abahako. Bush Abahako. Obama Abahako. Any news? Obama also a strong institution, not strong.
Yes.
Are we having strong institutions? Yes, the same story.
Chairman Mebao, Ora Koko Anidoho tweety, and I will measure quick reactions on the tweet. I say Clinton came to Ghana during JJ's time, Bush came during Kufuor's time, Obama came during Atta Mills' time, Kamala Harris is coming during the time of Nana Addo. Is it not striking that someone is missing in the equation of the Fourth Republic presidents of Ghana? Now who caused him?
I mean, because no American president came here during the President Mahama time. That is Kweku Anidoho's beef with. I don't know what is. Sometimes I don't like to talk about Kweku Anidoho. I prefer him to fight his own battles. But he is not yet. Other presidents have come to this country. So now, I haven't even seen his tweet.
Yeah.
But I just told you, president have come and go. This is not something that you are going to make political out of it. So Obi Ambani time I just said here. But on Mahama talk America. What's the people?
No, we are not talking about Ghanaian president or America. You can't sitting U.S. president or their vices Ghana during the tenure of office of a president.
Omuja Ghana millions of cedis and not dollars. Omuja legacy. Omu can say a legacy debts. So the man, for me, I believe that we don't have to make a mouth hole out of nothing. I mean, the president come and go. or your state visit. Yeah, president, so your state visit. Until this is not something over here a topic we are going to say in this A time, in A time. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You don't want to. And be apolitical. It's not necessary. What we are interested now here in Ghana is not Kamala Harris coming to Ghana. It's about how we are going to feed ourselves. That's what is important. How are we going to resolve the numerous problems I mean, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. But these things are cosmetic. When she goes, is she going to leave millions of Ndra back to airport? I saw the American police the plane.
No, but at least it sends a signal, a positive signal for that matter.
In what sense? Has Ghana is Ghana not positive on the world stage? Our president hasn't he been going out to showcase Ghana? I mean, why do you single into? Okay, let's assume that Putin comes here. I don't say there, and there a wrong signal because of Putin. And
Chairman, you're making me laugh.
That's right. If tomorrow Putin says he's coming here, I don't say a wrong signal, I know a right signal. So why do you make?
Oh, Chairman.
Yes. So Kamala Harris comes here, and then somebody is tweeting. So tomorrow Putin will come here. Putin too says he's coming here. I had the ICC for about own to me channel.
Okay, so out of the equation, somebody is missing out. And a certain president
is neither here nor there.
It's missing out.
It's neither here. No. We are making one time or president. Iranian president Obaha. So Iranian president a lot of presidents came here because of America, and that's our mentality. Since all the plane case you could do America, it will be full because of our mentality. Because America, no, on Jesus Christ. Is that what you are saying? Because America. This is our mentality, your colonial mentality. Any other country, you're useless. America, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Obeja in the American Air Force is here. Obeja BBS here. Tomorrow, no Ghana dollar, America, for my pumping dollar people, called Kamala Baha. And this year, and come on, I was saying hi.
Chairman, may I say, Mamenko Facebook now for Menko Kwame, and so her freedom, and this one Kwame with their shots fired at you. I'll say, as for Bempa, I don't regard his talks because he moves from party to party. He doesn't talk through. Hey, Bemba.
Bizanse party ben who say
now free by MPP
or confuse me with another Bempe.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, maybe. And we say okay. We say this man is talking very, very sensibly. The NDC must think about Ghana and not the hungry and greedy MPP. Okay, and also they are Odebai and Samuel Williams or say Odebai no. Omamba Nana Nyansa Hene Angwa or say is Koku part of LGBTQI, and Akufo-Addo's era Jubilee House was featured in the music video. Okay. And also the other band. Come in, remember way. Kamala Harris visits to Ghana and any
like to send uncle Dika, nations build their friendships over the years. And say about international relations in bilateral cooperation or maybe our Maya or any dinkita home, send or more values. Any or more principles the international arena actually. In Ghana, even since after independence, any America for dinkita hon work would be so corporations trade corporations, bilateral corporations in terms of economic cooperation in Yamania. So the Agua initiative President Bush Benso America for the African Growth Opportunities Act. Say the near maybe be call US crampa tariffs and any manema omomfa ni nyina ye nkita hudia ye ne America enya ebesine. But don't forget says Abrin so te senya ye nyina ye nim no o man sika sem enyina babia ye o mamfo nyina ye nije ho ama say ye ne IMF for egusua edinkita ho se ne be ya ombema yen bail of up to about 3 billion US dollars. Ni nyina mu no uni say IMF no akoye ku a na mansa dodo na edwen nanso eba omo no tu popa ewo ku ni mu a untumi nya America fo mfrim enti bia mami beyin idwato abi kura betumi abam say anye bia na ne aye hwehwe no yen sanka many anklade ya adwen pa say as a nation we must try to build our own institutions and our economy na dependency no esonte into the fact that say Kamala Harris no theoretically your friend is saying political wise international relations act
Elvis Kwejo Poku say on this note I agree with Mr. Adekoka. We see America to be heaven but that is not so.
But like he said, so we share international news media across Abria Yekasia. There is a serious Mississippi earthquake. You will say tsunami be SEOA. Some states have been devastated in the US. But we say omo bibisa ba omo we omo the suppression. Banka SEOA and say SEO Burkina Faso or any of the African countries. An earthquake of this your friend say magnitude. Now omo share the vulnerables. They say who they when you see Turkey, but to send your uncle Adeka and yet heaven. If you say heaven kwa na ye hu sa na ma we bi ho but as a nation no ye mpre kwa ye be fa so a ye be magana nso ya attractive na enema nyankopon e de aboye e de adom ye ya ye betumi adane no na ahoto aba na ye mrante ne ye maba wa benya ejuma ye na enema pa be koso o manimu no because ukohwe a obu okra e ka no nkona nko obefi America wa behwe Ghana obetena ha obenya asumdwe mpo esense ote America nanso na de bi edi ni da omo so because omo build omo international image amobi enso America de America enti ni bana wa bande te se ne ankla de kan no President Kufuor nso tu kwan mampani bi oba betena so bia obetumi atukwa akwa ma hodo bebre so sene aye mampani foko na ye mampani abedi agire ko speaker of parliament ikono sa na ama hodo so mpani fo because ma mi kura nya Ghana ankwa na obo he's taking about 7 nations African tour Ghana ne dika obeko Zambia obeko ni nyina ye niema ebeboa ama African so yenso ye hia de ebeko but mesane ankrade ya adwen say Kuku Anyido, he must have his opinions. But on this one, I disagree with him. Say President Mama Breso, or Mampenibia in America, how long? And I'm Mampeni for more America, or Muchinchis, or Mampenibia Breso, or Mobeko. So, Minfan say President Obama, by President Mills Breso, Abra na President Mama, a vice president. And during the tenure of President Mills, President Mama as the substantive president, American president, when to me Amaha, is it a negative thing? A Kotia President Mama say because say Abia or Mampenibia no also America Wama and Tinaches Abibia, and I don't think say a there I was say ye believe any digency ubia nemo muno yen share the sani uncle Adebans. How do we leverage on these vessels to the benefit of the Ghanaian people? What are we going to get at the end of the day? A beboy na say now she's supposed to go to Cape Coast.
Yes.
Cape Coast Castle.
Yeah.
What will it tell her? President Obama he went to Cape Coast and he cried because Osi Osu Obineka na Okosuye because he is of an African descent, Okosuye. Obi obedru obi abesu. But he was in a position say after the crying, he could have done something. I be change the state of the African people, especially even in America or in the diaspora. Maybe a be affect African country. What did he do? And he just design Kradeka say cosmetics say maba say Donald Trump wa maha 2018. About 2018, okay, Cape Coast, okay, DNC. Say Harrison Swaba, call all these African countries. What is going to happen at the end of the day? Say Omoko what we consider as patents. Oh, money $200 million. Near boy Nsem. Money $350 million. Namfanye we near boy Nsem. Is this that's something which will significantly change your destiny? Now. Obi nso so emeye mayende bia o. We have the responsibility. Me anklade any nyina so we build a nation be attractive. Ama obi nso ebe prese obe free ni mamu abetena ha na nani beji. People come from other areas. Omo ba Ghana omo aniji o. Bo metena na omo ayeboko na omo to omo baby na omo no omo dinia de no na yen Ghana for na so there we are splitting hairs. Yes, let's welcome her. Baby opeso okubia ene ne nko asumdue mra na say 3 days no obedi na 4 days on free her no nto ana kontu so. But Mrs. say we shouldn't believe at the point say obi breso obi ama and it's a negative. It's not a negative. And obi penso obi aba and positive. It will only be positive. Wa bra Yebehu said these are the concrete things after the visit. No, Ghana funya free mu ebi ko boy education, a boy economy, a boy housing, and social development.
But honestly, this is my first time engage you. I think you're a solid guy. Trust me.
But DJ Black,
yeah. Fantastic. Chairman. EDC final words now.
We make a lot of America. We here now. One time we call America, Los Angeles. My sister, when we call for baby, more money baby dano.
Homeless.
We say it was about 2 miles long. Almost cardboard.
No, almost samosa.
I mean, I say, or could share me the face of America. I was shocked. Into Kamala Harris Abaha. In the way he used to say,
guys, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
106.3. God can stop us now. 106.3 Adom FM.
Adom FM 106.3 Action Choir.
Adom FM.